Hello, everybody. Going further with the 70s. I'll, I'm gonna pick up where I left. The last one was 72D. Now, the 1973 moment mark. A mintage of 3.8 billion. That's way too much. I examined them for 10 minutes or something like that to see the obvious things. What I'm reading here of a strange metal, I think by this one, the last one, double dyed overs and doubling in liberty, and the air refers to reverse. So I'm gonna start examining with you. If I miss something, tell me. The T is a little bit doubling in liberty. I always compare the dates in a flash like this, and you can see the difference direct. Not too much differences. The second one, in God we trust, doubling in trust, clearly. So it's the first time that I have some doublings on the obverse. From the 70s, pennies of the 70s. That's something very regular. Here, only if you see this corner, this side, you have perfection. Here, then if you see this, examine it good because you can find some strange things. And this metal and this metal, these two are the same, but this one very strange. And also it's like it's too liquid. It gets. I'm now a chemist. It melts faster than this, so I only see it by that detail. The reverse. It has some purple thing, but it looks okay. And if you want to see doubling, always check the equilibrium unum. Here it's more than perfect. But the stairs, you have some, it's like something to jump on. Like, I'm just joking. The thing is, if you see this, I'm gonna pick something to point the things, something small, because my finger is way too big. If you see this, you go up, you will see strange things. So this is a variety of the stairs that it's not starting with a stair, but some how you say it? I don't know the word. A small mountain. It's too no. Here what we have. The A and the M are a little bit too weak. Doubling in the A of America. The last one. Here is something strange going on. The building is melting like usual in the 70s. The right pillar and the left pillar. This is much bigger than the other one. Is it normal? I didn't think so. All the small details, the crack here. If you have a mintage of 3.0 billion, that's nothing this coin. But if it's in perfect condition only for this corner here, the Chinese alike buildings, it goes in a horn up. If this coin is perfect and it has only that, name your price, believe me. So I'm not talking only about the value of this what I have here, because some are worthless, but I'm pointing out the errors that you can find on higher grades, like this scar face, multi-scars in the face of Abraham Lincoln on the cheek. This is not a scratch. You can see it by the effect. It is because it's like the metal was still liquid, and hop, you go down, you have bubble here, and so you understand me, I think. Doubling in liberty, that's something normal. I told you in the beginning, when you see this, that means there is a lot going on the coin, and the metal is strange. I'm here now by 1973D. How much minted? 3.5 billion. That's a little bit lesser. Directly to the date, the best way to compare. This is fatter, this is smaller, but that's nothing. The mark, that's the second thing. Big mark, small mark. Have you a big and a small? I don't understand. And even the 82 on copper nickel, you have 5 specialists who said you follow these lines, and these 5 different to see the difference between big and small. There is no difference between big and small. They are all bullshitting. How can you make in 1 year from small and big dates on all the coins, and you made a change in history, even from copper to zinc, from bronze to... How can you make the perfect small date and large date? I compared it. I'm going to make a video about it, even the weight, and I have the proof that it's all bullshit. There is no small or big date. It's only a little bit imagination, because the 1960s, I have the perfect example of a large date, medium date, big date, fat date, small date, skinny date, name it. But what happened in that year before? The first memorials. So it's not about it makes a small date or a big date. It's the composition. The one composition is harder to see something on it and the other is weaker. As simple as that. Why all the bullshit? I was lost in my words, so coming back to here. Rivers. The Epter in him. That's the first thing you have to look at. Because if it's sharp, then you have a good coin. And in most cases, it's doubled or at least something. Here, the corner, the same like the other one. So this variety in a perfect condition will be a lot worth. Here the pillars, not the pillars, the dog-alike thing here by the stairs, like two watching dogs. They are the same. The FG is for me not important really. It's way too small to start with the doubling because I'm not going to use a microscope. This is more than enough. Here you see something special. The curve in the A and the M, if it was everywhere, like some coins, then you will say they used a smaller coin to do, then you get this effect. The cracks, the simple things, those are nothing really. You have to have something unique. And this coin is the 70s with now 74. How much minted? 4.2 billion. I prefer a perfect one than one who is all about errors, but I prefer more a perfect one with a perfect error. Because a perfect one, how many collectors have them? They are proof sets. They are so it's nothing that it's not that special. The ones who are special, that the ones who have no proofs, nothing. It just when they came out from the bank, one guy thought, okay, I'm gonna collect it and save it, and that guy is now multi-millionaire because if he was thinking like that, he will do it by every coin. After 70 years, companies popped up and they started with grading and this and that. But the guy was also nerdy assembling the pennies. So you will have a lot of perfect ones and even perfect ones with perfect errors. I have a few perfect ones, low minted with a perfect error, so. And the one who gave it to me was somebody like that. Like I told you before, I will not every time repeat myself. This is from a collection, not only one person. The S and the O is weak. I see it a lot. And it's fucking dirty. Nothing special. If the FG is not there, then it's something else. But the details about it, I don't care. Doubling or FC or in the beginning I thought it were other words, other letters. I mean, here we are by 74D, mintage of 4.2 billion, also high minted. How many coins? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 coins. I have to go a little bit faster as I have a lot of work to do. This 7 looks for me a little bit special. The D mark. Huh. It's almost closed. And the same goes on here. And the 7, you see? The stripe here. This is minor, but if it's a perfect coin, it will be a big something because the D is doubled and you don't see even this, how you call it, I don't know even the name on it, so, but the 7 is disappearing in the coin here, there are no lines, that's why I saw something special in it directly. Here the one doubled, the D on 1947, 74, the D is everywhere doubled. This one is the most doubling. That's obvious. That's something normal, but you have some beautiful doublings, and you have some unique, like the more like the 1955. Really, that's a beautiful doubling because you see a letter in a shadow next to it, like an effect, but it's the doubling. That's something beautiful. It's high minted, not too high, but it's a key date. No, it's just a variety. The key dates are the low minted. Not only the low minted, but like the 99. It's also a key date, but it has its reasons. In short words, the most wanted coins are key dates, if they are with billions or thousands or almost none, like the extremist example that I can give that exists, the penny of 1933, I thought, of the UK. Only 3 examples. Is that a key date? It's not even in the album for collectors. That's not even a key date. So the most wanted are the key dates. It's not they are most wanted because of the key date. No, you can call them. You can call that coin the date that it has. If it's most wanted, a key date. No, you don't have to look to the mintages. United States, the S, the T, the A. That's something strange, weak here. That's, I don't know. If G, you don't see it because there is dirt on it. So to the next, here the same, the L, the T, the R. It's a variety, so, or the, I don't know the names, but if you find one, you will find another because something unique doesn't exist in the coin market. It's like a stamp. The first one is like this black, and the second also black, black, black. After that, a little bit lesser and lesser in color. Then you see a half lettering and go on until they change the stamp. It's the same theory, not theory, the same practical way of the coins. I didn't say nothing, I was too much talking. If somebody saw something, please let me know. 1975. In God we trust. We'll have to find something, otherwise, what am I doing here? What are you going to look for? Okay, 1975. 1975. This is something else. This is also something else. This is a beautiful doubling. That's what I like about doublings. It has to have a shadow. It's not the effect of the light. See the curve on the 9 here. And see the curve here. And you can see the light same way here. But you see the doubling. The curve of the 9, the 1, the 7, the 5. Okay. Trust is also doubled. But one thing, the portrait is weak, the lettering is strong. That's something that I just maybe discovered. God we trust, the lettering strong. This image, the portrait is a little bit stronger than the other one. Yeah, I'm 100% sure, because otherwise you will see the hair curls, the details of the neck, of the costume, of the everything. Look, weak, and look, the lettering is strong. That's something that the 1975 all have. This one was apart because it was shining. Here you see it perfectly. No neck, but the lettering is perfect, visible, but the portrait, but the hair a little bit more. But generally, if you compare the lettering, the numbers, and the portrait, then is the portrait weak. 5.5 billion, so a perfect one will be a lot worse. I'll start now from here. So this is the most perfect one. Doubling on the A of America. The T, what happened with that? And pluribus almost perfect. The P is doubled, the E also. Generally, I don't know. Here's the image, because this image is much better. If you see the pluribus unum like this, you have a perfect coin. It has something, an eye appeal. This one is strange. The R, the M is touching. It's like an old coin. How they were minted, maybe it's the metal. Here we have it also. Or they used the too small thin coin to punch on it. But the metals sometimes, this is See, this is like bronze. It's bronze, okay, but not only bronze. It's something else. Because the difference between this metal and this is only with the eyes visible, or a 30,000 machine. Don't need that. I'm surprised that the equilibrium is everywhere perfect almost. Here you have something like the same like this one, same variety. So a perfect looking one will be a lot worse. And the cut in the stairs, even the cut in the stairs, no. This one has no cut in the stairs. The last one, 1975 D. A mintage of 4.5 billion. 4 coins. See some doubling. This one has it also, a weak portrait and a strong lettering inside. So there is doubling only by the letters and the mark and the date, not the portraits. The portrait is like in the shadow. Here also, 1975D. You see the big difference? And I'm assuming this one also. This one is a little bit shiny, but the words are coming out and the portrait is weak. The neck, the ear, under the hair, between, you see it's too weak. Here also, look at the lettering and look at the portrait. Other sides. Start from this side. By the guy in the middle of the building. That pillar is way too fat. That's not because the scratch here also. You have it here on the same place. Don't tell me somebody was measuring it and making lines. That's the other one. Pointing to the guy. What is it? The last one I started with. You see? Why I came up directly with it? The fat pillar. So if you scrap something together like snow, it's gonna be piled up. Look at the pillars, look at the scratch. It's not just a scratch. But those pillars have something. They are not sharp or I don't know, just too fat, I think. Too much strikes. I don't know. You see, it has to be a little bit with stripes like this. Look at the corner of this under the air of the building, and this, if you have a perfect looking, that detail will cost a lot. That's an extra thing on a coin that has many perfects. in high grade, in many perfect, in existing. I took yesterday 3 hours and I jumped in the world of the pennies, the Lincoln pennies, huh? I made a crazy theory, not crazy, logic, cause the rest was crazy. What I found out was logic, but the guides, the numbers, I had to solve the puzzle and I solved it in 3 hours. That's why I was tired yesterday. Later.